welcome back to my channel. My name's Naomi and thanks so much for clicking to watch another video. Okay, so finally I'm getting to film this Q&A, mainly because of him. He was not ready for several months. You guys did this back in September. We just looked at the questions, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is my husband, Darrell. I don't know if you want to say anything to the people. Say hi.
So.
But like I said, I have been waiting on him to record this Q&A for you guys because he has some input on a couple of questions. So like I said, let's just get into it. So the first question is, have you experienced any changes in your locks during pregnancy? I also want to say, now that I'm filming this is December, like almost Christmas. It's like December 12th. These questions were asked it's December 12th. Did I say September?
Yeah, it's December.
It's December 12th or 11th or whatever. But you guys asked these questions back in September when I was still pregnant. I think at that time I probably was 6 months pregnant or something like that. So these questions are kind of old, but I'll still answer them because I didn't forget how I felt when I was pregnant. But just to kind of preface, already had my baby. I've had him in November. That was one of the questions too. Am I having a boy or a girl? We had a boy in November, like I said, early November. So I've already had the baby, but again, I'm just going to answer these questions kind of how I was or how I felt at the time. So the first question is, have you experienced any changes in your locks during pregnancy? I actually made a whole pregnancy routine video on how I take care of my locks. So I'm going to actually link it in like the little iCards above so you can click that. But no, I think the only main difference that I experienced was a little dryness, and that was mainly on my part because I had not been taking care of my hair. I had been very tired during pregnancy, as you can imagine. I really wasn't taking care of my hair. I was kind of neglecting my hair. So that was like the main thing that I had experienced was dryness. I think maybe this question was kind of centered towards, had I been experiencing any type of loss? And no hair loss. I ended up cutting two locks in the front of my head, and I posted on Instagram and everybody thought that I kind of cut my hair. He also thought I cut my hair. I'm very quick to cut my hair, but no, I did not lose that. I actually intentionally cut those locks. So yeah, other than dryness, I don't think I've experienced anything different. But like I said, I'll link that video up top so you guys can go look at that. Next question is more baby mom lifestyle content. Speaking of, he's actually holding him right here, so you might hear him sucking on his pacifier. I just thought about that because
he making a sound cameo.
Of course he stops.
He gets personality from me.
What? What's the question? More baby mom lifestyle content. Yes, actually. So since September, I have been posting more. I stopped posting for a while. I'm lying. I stopped posting for a minute, and then I got back to posting, and then I stopped again because then it was like the third trimester, and then I had the baby, and now I'm back. So yes, to come, there will be more like mom baby content. Not a ton, but like definitely more because I'm a mom now, so that's just realistic, especially with vlogs. That's going to be something that I'm just automatically doing because it's part of my life now. So so yes, to answer your question, yes. Next question, did you surprise your husband with the news?
I surprised her with the news.
Yeah, the answer is no. I did not surprise him with the news. According to him, he knew already. So take it away.
Yeah, this is my time.
I don't agree with this that much, but
see, what happened was I was on a business trip in Baltimore at this time, and it happened to be during the time of my birthday. So that's my first time, since we've been together, that I'm not around her for my birthday. And
right.
So yeah, that was the first time. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was.
Yep. So I was with some friends and stuff, and we was in my hotel room playing games and stuff. Had a little game night until my birthday, and then so.
How much you was in your hotel room playing? Like, this ain't wild.
No, I was you
have a little kiki. Okay.
Little kickback. So yeah, so she called me, and then called me at midnight. I was on the East Coast, so that time differential, and she said
it was like 10 o'clock here.
Yeah,
I think.
No, it was 11 here.
Oh.
To be.
Oh, just an hour?
Yeah, just an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you tell my story.
Yeah.
So she called me, and then she would tell me happy birthday and everything, and then she had a surprise for me, and I'm like, oh yeah, you pregnant? And then she was like, no, that's
Mine
not
just was in front of his friends.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone like never. Like, of course I'm not. Like, what type of surprise is that? And why would I be telling you this over the phone?
You don't want to be the first time someone's done it.
Nah. I remember telling you that. I was like,
Yeah.
why would I tell you this over the phone if I was, even if I was, which I actually was, but I just didn't know it yet.
Because why not?
No, that's wild.
But I had already sensed it, and she thought I was like, speaking it over her and
yes.
stuff.
I thought he was literally wishing it on me. I'm like.
But the surprise was that she bought me Jasmine Sullivan tickets. You know, that's my favorite musical artist. And I was like, oh, that's great. Like, I was super excited, you know, because I always wanted to go to Jasmine Sullivan concert. But I was like, you also pregnant. And she kept telling me to stop saying that. I was like, okay. And yeah.
I was literally like, before what? Like, you're going to be pregnant so bad. And I think I was in the bed like, no. Like, what is even that?
Yeah, because the crazy thing is I knew before I left. Yeah, I just ain't say nothing. I have the gift. Next question.
You finished with the question? Literally, because moving on. Okay, next question. What's been your favorite thing about being pregnant? I would say my favorite thing was, everybody like catered to me. That was very nice.
Everybody
very nice. And I didn't overdo it though. I actually was very independent while I was pregnant, like to the point where he would always have to be like, you need to sit down, or like, why are you carrying this? Why are you going up and down the stairs? Like, basically sit down. So I didn't do too much, but it was just nice that people asked like me about what did I need? You know, is there anything I can do for you? Did you eat? Like, I could eat whatever I wanted. I think that was another thing too. I could eat whatever I wanted, but also I'll
Not
crave.
Whatever you wanted, but
yeah, like I could give into any craving that I had, and it was like that was really nice instantly.
And that was more so
for the most part. I gave it to yeah. Actually, no, for real, like 100%.
Yeah.
I think every craving that I have, like, oh, I really want like this, and I would eat it completely. So I was one where I never really finished my food, really. But during pregnancy, I ate the whole meal. So.
And to keep a happy house, I made sure she had it.
Yes. Good job. Okay, next question. Is it hard to get comfortable at night going to sleep? Very much so. Yes. Yeah. To the point where you don't sleep. You just kind of lay. So yes, it is very hard. I know, what is it? Doctors recommend that you lay on your left side. That gets old very quickly. Your hips start hurting because you're literally laying on one side, trying to lay on one side for the entire night. I ended up laying on my back. I would lay on the other side occasionally and then wake up and then switch to the left side. So yes, especially in the third trimester, I didn't really get any sleep. It was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Especially when Braxton Hicks contractions started coming in.
Ooh, yeah.
That was not fun.
Those hurt it.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Hurted?
Yeah, they heard it.
Child, okay. Child, anyway. We having a boy or girl. Like I said, we had a boy. We had a boy. We had a boy.
Oh,
we had a boy in November. So yes, boy. And how many months are you? I should have probably skipped this, but at the time, like I said, I think I was like 6 months pregnant in September. Like I said, now I had the baby. So I'm actually 4 weeks postpartum. 4 weeks and some change. He just made a month a couple days ago.
Yeah, give us 2 weeks. He'll be about 3 weeks.
3 weeks what?
Pregnant. I'm kidding.
I gotta edit that out. Shoot. Okay.
That look was priceless.
Yeah, I probably will not edit that out actually because I want to see how that looks. Do you have a name picked out? So yes, at this point in time, we did have a name picked out. We had a name picked out pretty early on.
We?
Yes. We're a unit.
I kept the name hidden from her for a long time.
Yeah. Pretty oily. Why can I not talk?
Oh no. All right, he made another voice cameo. But yeah, I had the name picked out probably when she was around 3-4 months. I always knew kind of like the meaning of what the name was going to be and things like that. But his name is actually Nigerian. Come from the Yoruba tribe. So meaning when royalty meets joy. So he who came in the joyous time. So it's Adebayo, and he came at a time when everything was just going right. You know, I finished my master's, got my dream job. We was home buying. Things was on the up and up and everything, and couldn't find a more perfect time for him to start coming and everything. So that name came to me in the dream, and then she wanted to know the name.
You let
for
me
the
know.
longest.
I was like, thanks. He literally kept teasing me. Do you want to know the name of your son or whatever? And I was like, I was dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had both names. I had the boy and the girl name picked out. And so she knew the last name. She knew the last name. That's all she knew. And I think I told you around 6-7 months is when I finally told you the name.
Probably 6. Because at the time of these questions, I knew.
Yeah,
I would have known. So it was September.
Yeah, so about 6.5 months.
Probably like August or September or something.
Yeah, like that. It was fun. It was fun. I used to do that on daily. You want to know the name? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk away.
It was to the point where I was just like ignoring him at that point. You want to know the name? I'm minding my business. No, actually, I don't want to know the name. How about that? And another fun fact is that the name Adebayo, so we call him Bayo for short. That's my brother's middle name. So when my dad heard it, he was very much so like, wow, like that's your brother's middle name. And he didn't know that was my brother's middle name.
I didn't know at
So
all.
as soon as he told me what it was, I was like, oh, that's my brother's name. Like that's the first thing I thought about because of course that's what I've heard. And that's what we call him. We call him Bayo. We call him a bunch of stuff, but that's more like one of the names we call him.
I've never heard that name.
Bayo Yusuf. Yeah. Shout out to you. So yeah, that was the first thing I thought about. So I was like, oh wow, that's cool. So
yeah.
That's that. That's the story on that. Can you explain how the baby feels inside?
Whew,
that's a hard question.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to relate it to something that people feel like that somebody else that's not pregnant can feel, and kind of relate it to that. Like, well, it kind of feels similar to, you know, I don't know. I'm actually gonna steal what my ship said, what Christina said. She said it kind of feels like a fish. If you can imagine a fish flopping around inside of your stomach.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most spot on. I can't stop thinking about what she said. I'm like, actually, that's very true. It kind of feels like butterflies in your stomach, but not like the kind where it's like, oh, I got a crush on somebody. Like not the adrenaline type of butterflies,
like she has
but literally butterflies. Literally butterflies. Like you can feel their wings. Like, I think with Shelby, one of my best friends, I like tapped. So like I was touching their stomach or either hand or something, and I went like that.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it feels like. But imagine it happening again on the inside of your stomach. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that. I would say the whole fish flopping around inside. It depends on also how big they were. So earlier on, I would say around like 8 weeks, maybe like 3 months, 4 months. It was like flutters is what I would call it. But then when I progressed, of course, the baby's getting bigger. You could really, especially in the 3rd trimester,
I'm about to say when them flops went from kicks.
Yeah, you could pretty much see the like my stomach like bloop, moving. I would try to like grab his limbs, and I had to stop doing that because I would literally like grab at my stomach and be like,
I had to stop her from doing that.
I would like rub if I felt like something not sharp, but like probably it was his knee or elbow or foot or something like that. But I would just rub it because it would just like stick out. So that was pretty fun. I feel like aside from the kicks that hurt, it was fun feeling him move around inside and seeing it on the outside. The little brushes past like on my stomach, that was fine. That didn't hurt. But kicks, yes, that was the it. That was pretty it. Yeah. Okay, 2 more questions. The next one is, how did you find out you were pregnant, and what made you realize other than a missed period? I think that kind of goes, well, not really goes with your story. Does it?
I told her she was pregnant. That's what it was.
Yeah, he kept saying it for sure. Mm-hmm. But what was the question again? How did you find out you were pregnant? Other than a missed period, because that was definitely the main thing. I'm pretty like on schedule. I might be like 2 days late. So it was getting to like 5 days late. And then I remember telling you, I was like, no, I can't be. And he was like, yeah, that's because you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I can't be. I just thought my period was really late. And so I remember,
denial.
Yes, I remember being like, because I was just like, no, that don't make sense. So I was just like, sense. I was like, so if my period doesn't come tomorrow though, like I think I said tomorrow 2 times in a row. I might have been 4 days late, and then I was like, no, if it don't come tomorrow, then I'm gonna get a test. And then tomorrow came, and then I was like, no, but 6 days is really, really late. So let's wait until tomorrow. Then we'll go to, when do we end up going to Hubby or something like that?
We took 12 pregnancy tests.
Yeah. So we finally went to go get a test because I was like damn near.
And then she wanted to do the whole reveal thing. I'm going to tell that part. She wanted to do the whole reveal thing. Like she had a paper towel over it. I said, there's nothing to reveal. You're pregnant. No. Like it's positive.
And it's funny because I had taken several tests.
Yeah.
But then it was like one last one that was like, all right, this one counts for real. Mind you, those other tests were positive. I don't think I ever got a negative one.
No.
All of them were positive.
All of them.
Which we took like maybe 3 or something. 3 or 4 before that one. Before the little reveal one. And then I did the whole paper towel thing. Yeah. And I had you go to the bathroom and check.
And I kept saying that I said it was positive before I even went to I said positive when she went in the bathroom to take it.
Yeah, and I was nervous. I was shaking in the bathroom like...
I have the gift of knowing things, and that was just something I knew. I'm like, you're pregnant.
Dead.
Yeah. And she was in denial. And
I was so
like... Really, I told her she was pregnant.
There you have it. Okay, so last question. What has been the biggest adjustment since pregnancy? And I'm going to talk about a little bit about postpartum now that I can talk about that because I am postpartum. What has been the biggest adjustment like when I was pregnant?
You mean like after having a baby?
No, while I was pregnant. What was the biggest adjustment? Like
you not being able to get up and do what you want?
I guess. Oh yeah, having to take it easy. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm very independent, and if I want something to be done or if I want to do something, I typically just go and do it at that moment. Yeah, that was pretty hard. And it was so hard where I didn't even do it. I still did stuff. So that was probably the hardest thing, was literally just taking it easy. Yeah, I'm a person who always needs to be doing something. So I did not take it easy. As easy as I should have taken it. I took it easier. Like I wasn't doing as much, but I still did much.
Hard.
If that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that was probably my biggest adjustment. What about yours? Like being I'm the birthing parent. You're the non-birthing parent. Mom and dad.
My biggest well, it's weird because I'm so used to already doing 1,000,001 things. So I think that other one was also taking that extra level of, well, I was already like very protective, but it was like it's a very extra level of protection you take as a non-birthing parent. Cause like even with family members and friends, they get a little bit they feel entitled to know all your business and stuff. So like
that's true. You're security.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So
you're security guard.
I was like security times 10. Like, you know, I could work for the White House. So Biden, if you see this, you can hire me.
Done.
But yeah, I think that was the biggest one. Cause I was also in the middle of my master's program. I run an art business. I'm vice president for my fraternity, and do community service and a lot of other things. So there was a lot of things going on, and so it was that constant having that sixth sense and like being on alert of everything that was coming through. People having questions, people wanting to know stuff, and it was like. Yep. So I had to, just... You
fielded things before they got to me.
Exactly.
Sometimes. Yeah. Depending on who it was coming from. Some people only had me to contact, so... Yeah.
So then I'll hear about it afterwards.
Yeah. Then I would tell him. After having a baby, what was the biggest adjustment?
Besides sleep?
Oh, man. Yeah, no, me it was better. Well, so being pregnancy sleep, no matter what they tell you, if you plan on being pregnant one day, whatever, tangent. Pregnancy sleep is awful. The people who say, oh, get all your sleep now when you can, because when you have a newborn, blah, blah, blah. No, that sleep was trash because there was no sleep. Now, even in he interrupts us every hour, let's say, at night. the hour of sleep that I do get when we put him down after we feed him or whatever
High
is
quality.
glorious.
Top
It
tier.
is glorious for me.
Amazing.
Because again, now I'm not pregnant. I don't have a stomach in the way. I'm not in pain.
Yeah.
I'm not uncomfortable. I can literally just sleep for a full on hour and then carry on like the next day, even without a nap sometimes. So sometimes we get a nap, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
But on the days when we don't, we're still functional.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was, I don't know, like being pregnant and trying to get sleep was just trash.
Yeah. And I get a real life example of that because
so that was a tangent, but
yeah, after this baby came, like I'm a big gym fanatic. Like my lifts got heavier. I might run off 1 or 2 hours of sleep, and I'm still in the gym squatting 315 plus pounds.
All right, not too much.
But but you know, it's like a real life thing. Like it's so crazy. It's like an extra dose of like pre-workout
serotonin. Oxytocin?
Oxytocin's the love hormone.
Oh,
okay. She ain't take biology.
Serotonin.
But
yeah, babies are serotonin. Serotonin is one.
They have oxy too. They have all right. But yeah, so it just gives an extra boost. And then also what they don't tell you is as small as babies are, they're like mini space heaters. So when you hold them, be very careful because you'll just find yourself start dozing off. Like it's very easy to take a nap with them.
Which are the best though.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable and it's kind of one of those, well, I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z, but you know what? To answer the actual question, what has been the biggest adjustment, I would say is not being able to get done things that I have my mind set on getting done in a day. That was just thrown out the window. And it's still hard to adjust to because it's like, you know, normally or before baby, I would be able to film occasionally when I wanted to. Now, you know, he's sleeping in his arms, so we have to kind of plan that around him. Like plan what you're doing around the child, but not in a bad way. Like I don't, it's not like a whole, I can't get anything done. No, you might just not be able to get everything done in a day. Or that's why you have a partner, if you do have a partner, to rely on to get things done. But for me, I feel like that's one of the adjustments is like, I'm just used to like doing everything consecutively. And he's kind of making me like step back and take breaks and doing, I don't know, just taking it easy, really.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I was healing myself postpartum, so I couldn't really do too much anyway. So yeah, I feel like that was definitely an adjustment. It's like kind of triaging things. Like, okay, getting the most important thing done. We need laundry done. Okay, let's go ahead and get that done. It might not get folded all in a day. It took like 3 days to fold it. But the laundry's done. We have clean clothes to put on. So, so I will say overall, like being a mom, I don't know how you feel. I know you feel the same way, but being parents is like the most amazing feeling in the world. I don't really know how to describe it besides the most amazing feeling in the world. You kind of won't know until you are a parent, but yeah, being his mom is like, I don't know. It's so fulfilling. Honestly, it's the most fulfilling thing that I never knew that I needed. And now that he's here, it just feels amazing. So, yeah. Kind of just to end it off on a good note. We're happy parents. Might be tired sometimes, low energy sometimes, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it's all worth it just to see, you know, your little one Earthside, which I didn't even know that was a phrase, but Earthside, just to see them, you know, you just kind of stare at them like, wow, this is what we created. So, I think that was all. If you guys have any more questions, obviously feel free to leave them down in the comments, but I think that's it. Do you have anything else you want to say? Shout out to you for filming with me. Yeah. Don't gas him too much because then he'll think he want to be on here. You know, this is not a frequent thing.
I'm going to be the new favorite. This video is going to get like 1 million views because I'm on here.
Can get to 1 view. I'm dead.
No, that's right. Yeah, just love being parents. It's not as hard as people try to make it seem. It's very it's literally like the best thing, and it's very motivating too. I'm not saying just go out there and just, you know, have babies. Like I said, if you guys have any other questions, please leave them down in the comments below. But other than that, that's all I had for today's video. Again, thanks hubby and baby that is unshown under here for being with me today. Thanks so much for clicking to watch another video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.